welcome back everybody. This is of course Nate's Creates, and today everybody, we're creating some turkey meatballs. Nothing feeds a whole crew of people like meatballs, and these are going to be amazing. We've got all this stuff that you need right here. I got some turkey sausage. I've got some turkey ground beef. Chopped up some onions earlier. Got all my spices. Breadcrumbs. Parmesan cheese. Garlic. Tomatoes. Couple of eggs. We're going to put all this together, and I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing meatballs that you've ever had. Alright, step one to making meatballs, shockingly enough, is not actually making the meatballs. It's actually making the sauce for the meatballs. We're just going to start off, we're just going to need some garlic, those onions that I chopped earlier, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to go over here. And we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in this medium hot pan right here. We're going to add in our garlic. Probably about 2 teaspoons or so. Like so. And then we are going to take our onions and we're going to lay them in on top there. Now what we want to do is just kind of stir it around a little bit. Get them nice and sweating. We want them to sweat. We don't need them to caramelize because they're actually just going to be cooking in the sauce. We just want to get all these flavors working around here. Alright, now that we've got those onions and garlic sweating over there, looking good, we're going to add in the tomato sauce. Now don't skimp on the tomatoes. So this tomato right here, San Marizanas, they're amazing, they're Italian, they're sweet, they are packaged at rightness, they are the best ones that you can get, so don't skimp on these bad boys. We're just going to use 2 cans of the Italian crushed San Marzano tomatoes. We are going to add those on top of that right there. We're going to keep it at a medium heat. Then we're going to stir this around a little bit here, get all those good flavors mixing around. Then we're going to add in our spices. So, about that much basil, about that much parsley, about that much oregano. Don't worry, all the ingredients and the whole recipe is down in the comments below. Basil. Parsley. Oregano. And as always, we're just going to do a little bit of salt and pepper on there. Later on, we're going to add a little bit of water to this, but right now we just want all the flavors to kind of mix together and get going. We're going to leave this on the stove with a lid on it for about 15 minutes just to get it all worked around here. Alright, that's looking good. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Over here doing its thing, so while that's going on, we can start putting these meatballs together, everybody. This little screen that you're going to see up here in a second, it's going to be an overhead shot, and I did a half of the whole yield in there, and it's going to show up here, and I've got the rest of it over here, and I'm going to work you through it. Okay. So these turkey sausages, these are hot Italian turkey sausages. They've got a little bit of a casing on them. So what you're going to want to do is just squeeze out the sausage from inside, but you want to get rid of the casing. They're real thin casings. It's not like other sausages that have a real thick casing to them, but you definitely don't want those in the meatballs. So we're going to piece through these. here. Put that in the bowl. Now this is messy, but it's fun. All right, we're going to add in the breadcrumbs. We are going to add in some oregano. We are going to add in some basil. We are going to add in some Parmesan cheese. We are going to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we are going to crack one egg in there. And then we're just going to mix it around. So just take your hands in there, mix it around till it's thoroughly mixed. You want to make sure all these flavors are combining into the meatballs. You don't want like little pockets of breadcrumbs or anything like that. Get that all mixed up. And then once we get it all mixed up, we are going to put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes. That's going to get it nice and chilled, and it's going to firm up a little bit, and it's just going to make the meatballs a lot easier to make once we're actually making the meatballs. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, put it in the we're going to put it in the fridge for 15 minutes, and that's going to allow the sauce to cook to exactly where we need it to cook, and then we're going to make the meatballs. See you in a bit. Mixture has been in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. It's set, it's ready to go. It's time for us to construct the meatballs. Now my wife is always telling me I make meatballs too big, and I keep telling her that I make golf ball sized meatballs. She told me to go in and get a sleeve of golf balls out of my bag just to demonstrate how I don't make golf ball sized meatballs. But today, we're gonna make golf ball sized meatballs. So, fresh sleeve. Can't even get the golf ball out. No wonder I'm terrible at this game. It's ridiculous. All right, so this is a golf ball. This is the size that we are looking for our meatballs. Okay, it's a golf ball sized meatball. I'm gonna put this right here just as a reference point so that when I'm making the meatballs, I make them all the same size. So, pretty fun, pretty simple. You just grab a little bit of the mince here, right? And then you roll it around in your hand. And then you hope that it's golf ball sized. Perfect golf ball size, my love. That's all I'm saying. And then you just repeat the process. You just keep rolling them and rolling them until you got a whole plate of these guys over here. Perfect sized meatballs. Golf ball sized meatballs, people. That's what we're looking for here. And I'm just going to keep making these. That was a little bigger. All right, good thing I got this reference point. All right, let me bang out all these meatballs, and then we're going to throw them in that sauce there. And we are almost ready to eat these bad boys. Golf ball. Meatball. That's a golf ball sized meatball. I don't care what you say. That's pretty awesome. All right, now we're going to take, not the golf ball, but put that in my pocket. We're going to take these over here to the sauce. We're going to put the meatballs in the sauce, and they're going to cook to deliciousness. All right, follow me. We're just going to place them around. They're going to sink. Don't worry about that. Nice and easy. And once we get them all in there, we're just going to put this lid back on, and we're going to let them cook for about 45 minutes. And it's going to be amazing because the meatball is going to get in with the sauce, and the sauce is going to get in with the meatballs, and that combination is going to make the best meatballs you've ever eaten in your life. I promise you. All right, we got all these guys in here doing their thing. I'm just going to put the lid back on. And we'll be ready for a big reveal soon. All right, Nate creates turkey meatballs, everybody. I couldn't help myself. So normally I make meatballs like this, which apparently are baseball-sized meatball. I don't have a baseball, but this is definitely not golf ball sized, but I'm putting it in the pot anyway. And then we'll see. The time you guys have all been waiting for, the big reveal. We can grab these meatballs real quick. Alright. Let me find my big old baseball meatball in here. Oh, there he is. And then a perfect golf ball sized meatball. Alright, we're going to cut these open and just see the magic that is inside here. Ooh, meatball size, big old baseball. Boom! Perfectly cooked deliciousness. Golf ball, also perfectly cooked deliciousness. Whew, alright, I'm excited. Let's, I got a fork. Perfect. Alright. Let's see how this tastes right here. First bite. Oh, hot. It's so good. It's got all the tomato flavors. It's got all the basil, all the stuff that you want in there. Fantastic. Let me show you how I like to eat. My meatballs, though, you can obviously put meatballs with spaghetti, with pasta, with you can use them as a stuffing. You can do whatever you want with them. I like to take the meatball and I crush it up like this on a piece of bread. I lost that guy. We'll get it back. Then take some of the tomatoes that came with the sauce and get a little bit more sauce over here. A little bit of the chunkiness. And then I sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there. Just a little bit. And then what you get is kind of like a meatball sub bruschetta. And it's just fantastic. You can just serve these as an appetizer if you want, or you can just serve the meatballs as an appetizer. It's all up to you, because now you have a recipe for some of the greatest meatballs on earth. Cheers.